1.5 kilometers away from here, as soon as possible. As President of the Bar, I have troubled him a lot many times, which I cannot keep recounting, but I distinctly remember last year around May, when the second wave of the COVID virus had taken us by the storm, I made a request to the then Chief Justice to prepone the vacations as it was being done in the other high courts. Honorable the Chief Justice was in Ahmedabad at that time, and I was asked to contact the senior judges here. Everybody listened to me, but only one person gave me an advice, and I did not press any further, and that was Justice Sanghi, who told me, Mohit, don't look at the lawyers alone, look at Delhi. You are also a Delhi wala. If we stop functioning, hardly anything will be available to the citizens. And because of that, today we were able to, we can say with pride that we were able to save several lives with our courts functioning, and our court was the torch bearer in that. The other high courts followed it. So, sir, I can keep on recounting incidents and thanking you, and the most recent being that in a short span of 3 months that you were here as acting Chief Justice with us. And Justice Jasmeet Singh, I find smiling because he knows I am talking about the Building Maintenance Committee giving us permissions in very, very short span of time and in almost at the snap of finger. I know I'm loud, but why shut it? So, sir, I welcome you for this function. Tell me if I'm not loud. We are used to this. Am I audible? My lords can still hear me. I just want my friends at the back to hear me. Sir, we thank you and we hope that your journey from here to Uttarakhand, I stand corrected again, is as fruitful, as meaningful, and as good as it has been here. Wishing you all the very best. I welcome everyone today, and I thank you all for joining us here in welcoming and felicitating my Lord Justice Vipin Sanghi. Thank you.
I request Honorable Mr. Justice Manmohan to please address the bar. Mr. Justice Manmohan, please.
Respected Justice Sanghi, Chief Justice Designate Uttarakhand, Justice Siddharth, he always brings a surprise. He just told me he has a bad throat, so I must speak. Mr. Mohit Mathur, your President, Abhijat, Secretary, Mr. Chetan Sharma, Additional Solicitor General, my brother and sisters, learned friends. Mohit has talked a lot about the legal achievements of Justice Sanghi. I'm sure my brother, Justin Mridul, would also talk about them at length. But I will speak a little personal or give a personal touch to this proceeding. In fact, my association with the Sanghi family is quite old. In fact, when I just started my legal career, I used to work in a firm by the name of G.V. Dayachalji. And I used to regularly brief his father, Mr. G.L. Sanghi. And he had a unique characteristic that whenever we would get stuck on a point, he would use his wit and disarm the other side. I still remember we were doing the Nizam Jewelry Trust matter arbitration in Calcutta, and in the examination in chief we had shown photographs of the jewels whose valuation was to be done by the arbitrator. And when the argument started, the other side, Mr. Gauri Shankar, who was arguing for the Union of India, said, look, they produced these photographs have a price tag. And the price tag discloses that these jewels were purchased only for a few thousands. And now they are asking for a few crores as compensation for the state acquiring them. So, and he pressed home that point rather hard, and we felt that the arbitrator has started swaying with that argument. So Mr. Vipin Sanghi immediately understood what the situation was, and he said, Mr. Gauri Shankar, this price tag is only the price for showing these photographs to you, not the price of the jewels. And really the arbitrator had a hearty laugh, and that was the end of that argument. Then I met Vipin at the bar, and I found that he carried that streak even further. He was actually a prankster. See, one of his dear friends told him that I had a very close friendship with a person in 11th and 12th class, but I have not met that friend for last 10 or 12 years. So what Justice Sanghi did was, he contacted a friend of his who was a printer. He inserted one page in the evening news which was published in those days, and in that paper which he had inserted, he put an advertisement saying looking for a friend. And it was addressed to Mr. Sanghi's friend. And he went and showed that paper to the friend and said, look, that person will be waiting for you at such and such place at such and such time. That friend believed it and went to that place only to find Vipin there. So his pranks were unbelievable. In fact, he is very fastidious about his meals. And he can go to any length with regard to his meals. So once he invited a few judges saying that his niece was getting married in a 5-star hotel and we should all come there for the marriage. So we all landed up there, and naturally the food was exquisite. We were all having chicken and prawns, and we all landed up at the table where Vipin was also sitting, and